Hello guys, NautoAce here, and I want to give my thoughts on Matt McMuscles, one of his latest episode of What Happened, PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. So I gotta give him credit for finally actually giving a story about the game itself. And for people who don't know what it is, it's Sony's version of Super Smash Brothers. And let's just say it is kind of different, but to some extent, compare it to the game Smash Brother, it's night and day. It's enjoyable in the beginning, but in the long run, it's like, yeah, it's not gonna last long. And again, Matt McMuscle actually gave a lot of detail, which, from what I heard this on the internet prior, that yeah, like the stories that people were telling, yeah, it was true, it's confirmed. So again, I'm gonna link on the description box about his video because it's very good. Credit to Matt McMuscle. And yeah, I want to give sort of a pointer, like when he talked about the big one that even I knew about this. So first of all, everybody knows the story behind PlayStation also Battle Royale. Okay, the gist of it is Sony wanted their own version. They created Superbot solely to make this game. And apparently the surprising thing I didn't know about it, that they had to prove themselves, which, kind of know that, hey, you gotta do this. And then if it's good, then, props to you. And of course, if you know what happened, the game didn't really do good, and in the long run, Sony abandoned Superbot and they became independent to a point. They really couldn't do anything anymore, and they went out of business, which is kind of sucky. I mean, sucky for Sony to create a company solely for a particular game, but they have to prove it still. Like, I know it's business 101, but it is kind of sucky there. So that's the gist of what the story of PlayStation All-Star, like the development part. So, but there were some problems with the game, of course. If you know, the lack of character, the lack of content. For $60 for this game, it's really questionable. And then, of course, you got DLC, but they're not really free. I mean, they're limited time free, so that's cool. I know the Isaac and Zeus, you have to either buy it separately or buy God of War Ascension. Again, kind of like a sort of an ass eater, but it is what it is. In my opinion, it should have been free. Maybe to like a game as a service with free content, but again, it is what it is. So, something that McMuscle kind of explained. First of all, the budget of the game. Yeah, I kind of figured out that their budget is basically an indie, so they had to do something, a retail game from an indie budget. Challenging, but I get they sort of made it work. But of course, there was a lot of poor decision. They got too ambitious because they had Sony backing them, not just from finance, but also the name itself. So, with that said, of course, the three things that McMuscle talk about, which I kind of was interested, but one of them I actually knew that the whole story, like, yeah, that was true. So it was cool that finally, I can confirm it. Credit again to McMuscle. So the big one, and I did talk about this before when I was giving my thoughts about Cloud and Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS, and of course now Sephiroth and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That yes, Sony did want Cloud on PlayStation Battle Royale. Square said to Superbot, "Who the hell are you?" Yeah, so that was it. I did talk about that before. The gist of it is, they were no-name developer. Square Enix didn't trust them. They just said, yeah, sorry. They didn't want to do anything with Superbot, even so that Sony said, you can trust us. Please trust us on this one. But Square Enix said, yeah, we don't know who you are, so forget about it. They did the same thing with Namco, with Soul Calibur 2. They were considering it, and then they said, yeah, we don't know who the developing team is. We don't trust them, so nope, no bueno, no dice. So there you go. I mean, Sakurai even himself admitted that trying to put Cloud in Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS was a pain in the butt. They didn't want to do it, but since Sakurai had a big reputation, had a bigger name than Superbot, they said, okay, we'll risk you. We're going to put our character, see what happened, but if you ruin our character, then you're going to be sorry about it. That's Square Enix. They're a-hole, whatever. But yeah, that was been confirmed, so that is true now. Everybody now knows why Cloud's not in PlayStation Battle Royale. There you go, because Square Enix just being protective, but at the same time. Spyro and Crash, because they're owned by Activision, even so they're previously owned by Sony. They wanted more money. What do you think? Bobby Kotick or Bobby No Dick? I mean, enough said. The guy's a greedy bastard, so what can you do? So that's really, it is what it is. They just wanted more money. They said, you want Crash? There you go. So as expected. The interesting one was Lara Croft, and I don't know why they just didn't accept it. Apparently, Eidos said, yeah, we can give you Croft, but it has to be the younger Croft. And they, no, we want the older one because that's more history with PlayStation than the younger one. I would just say just take it. I mean, you took the Dante that people didn't like, so why didn't you take Lara Croft? I mean, it just made sense. They were willing me to do it, so there you go. But in the end, it showed the roster. It was like, I'm sorry to say, it was a piss poor. Like 2 versions of Cole, that was already stupid enough. I mean, I gotta give credit to at least trying to give more characters. I mean, Kat from Gravity Rush and Emmett from Starhawk, that was okay. And then Zeus, why not play as the King of the Gods? Isaac from Dead Space, okay, you know, hey, it's not Resident Evil, but the game's good, so there you go. So the problem also is the roster itself was a problem. I mean, for crying out loud, they had more Sony IP. If you couldn't get Cloud, you couldn't get Crash and Spyro, you had a lot of characters you can put in. I mean, for crying out, they could have put somebody from Hot Shot Golf. I don't know why you didn't put that guy in. I mean, there's Tomba. Again, I don't know who owns Tomba, but that's a Sony IP the last time I heard. But Tomba, why not that one? Jumping Flash, I know it's going to be weird. The first Toshiden was published by Sony from what I understand. So why not somebody from Toshiden? It was even for the PS2, this game. I know it's not published by Sony of America. It was a game that you have to use a headset and you command the ladies to do stuff. And I mean, there was a segment when X-Play, when Adam Sandler said, bark like a dog. So, I mean, that's a Sony IP, but it wasn't published in America by Sony, it was someone else. But yeah, that's a Sony IP. Genji is another one. The Yoshitsune Folklore is another one. Resistance, there was no character for Resistance. I mean, an alien or whatever. I mean, shoot, what else I can say? Siphon Filter is another one. Man, I mean, the list can go on and on. They had more Sony IP and they didn't use them. You don't have to have third party. And when it comes to third party, why not just have a wanted list? Say, hey, you know, if you want to put your character in this game, let us know. And no, they got too ambitious because they said, oh, we want the best of the best. But you're an unproven company. Yeah, that's why it failed. And there you go. I mean, yeah, the content was in there. People trying to make a positive spin. That didn't really work. I mean, you can unlock stuff, but it was just cosmetic. So that was a waste of time. So what can you do? So yeah, I mean, I agree what McMuscles said. I mean, the game could have gone better, but poor decision, the gameplay, the mechanics, even the director, Omar Kendall, even admitted said that he screwed up. Got too ambitious. Now there's no more Superbot. So, I mean, it is asking for Sony for abandoning them because of the game, but at the same time, it's that piss poor decision kind of messed the game up. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, those are my thoughts on McMuscles, what happened, PlayStation, also Battle Royale. Had a potential to put characters in at least, even if the gameplay wasn't good. The AP build-up was dumb, in my opinion. But if you just put a lot of characters, at least just Sony character, even so you don't have Crash, Spyro, or Cloud, or Lara Croft, it could have gotten better. And game as a service. Give free characters. Don't pay $60 with less content and then pay DLC. I mean, that's dumb. So yeah, so could have gotten better, but you know, it is too late. There's a rumor of a sequel. We'll just have to wait and see. So with that, I'll see you guys later.